Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube summer transfer window Q&A. I didn't do the solo edition yesterday because I was out. So we are here today to discuss all the latest news, rumors, etc. And I'm here to get to the chat as well. I know you lot a lot of the time have questions for me, and I'm not able to get to the chat because there's 2, 3, 4, sometimes more mics on the screen, and people have plenty to say. But big up everyone supporting Sarcasm City TV as always. Big up to everyone who's just joined over from the raid from Troops' channel or the back again. Lot you lot show nothing but support. So whether you was here from the raid or you was here already, or you're watching this back after, hit the like button on the video when you enter the city of Sarcasm, people. All I need you lot to do, well, one of the things I need you lot to do is pay the tax when you enter the city. Hit the like button on the video. So important you do that. Share this out across all the socials at Yes It's Flawless on Twitter and Instagram. Follow the new Twitter as you can see on the screen at Yes It's Flawless, Twitter and Instagram, at Sarcasm City TV as well, Twitter and Instagram. And also, just as important, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. And for those that haven't seen the Q&As before, if you're a member of the channel or you super chat, I'll get to your question. One of the many great perks of being a member is on Q&As. I'll star your question and I will get to it. So if you're a member or you're kind enough to super chat, I will get to your question, people. Feel free to any questions. And obviously, we got the Eze news to Arsenal, Rodrigo news to Arsenal as well. Liverpool, Kerkez, that's been announced also. But it has been kind of quiet, people. That's why I was debating whether to do this or not. But I was like, I didn't do the solo Q&A yesterday, so let me do it today as well. Big up to Sai in the cut also has been kind enough to drop some information in the chat. Big up Chinlu. Big up Ryan as well. But this is you last time. This show's all about the audience, man. The lovely citizens in the city of Sarcasm. Big up Sham. Good to see you in the chat as well. Big up Sham. Why is everyone's usernames changed to their ats? What's going on? Is that something YouTube have done? Big up to Zai also. It says Manchester United are interested in signing midfielder Felix. How'd you say his name? You lot are going to have no idea how to pronounce that. Let me know. Let me know. Zipex, big up also. So I didn't even know about Manchester United interested in that Bayern midfielder. What is the source? CF Bayern. How reliable is that? Justin, Manchester United want to find a club to sell Andre Onana to and have 34 million ready to sign Atalanta goalkeeper Marco Kanaseki. Contacts took place with Atalanta today and are asking for a slightly higher fee. That's from Alfredo Pedula. I am all for it. I know nothing about it. I know nothing about it. Big up Mambo as well. Big up Mambo. Shout out to my G Connor every single time. Paul says, run up the like, show some love. Big up to you. But you don't get your questions in as well. Whilst I run through the information, or some of the news, I should say, Saya's dropped in the chat. Brentford confirmed Keith Andrews as their new head coach on a 3-year contract. So they've moved quick. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Brentford because they've lost Thomas Frank. They've lost Mbeumo. They've lost Norgard. They've lost Flecken, could lose Visa, could lose a Damsgaard. How did they replace these players? Giles Brentford set to accept Everton proposal and sign a new deal at the club. The agreement will be valid until 2030, as Paul Joyce reports. Arsenal working on deal to sign Christian Mascara from Valencia. 20-year-old currently Arsenal prefer option to strengthen at centre-back, entering final 12 months of contract, plus interest from other clubs. You don't know anything about him. I know nothing about him. And that's from at Gunner Blog and The Athletic as well, after hand of Arsenal. This was the one. This was the big news that broke yesterday. Arsenal have added Eze to their list of left-wing targets. His release clause is 68 million. Rodrigo remains of interest, but Eze is seen as a cheaper option. Sox at Alex_Crook and at Ben Jacobs. We was having this discussion on back again because Troops is all for the Eze signing to Arsenal. Munch was against it, and not because he doesn't rate Eze. He was saying Eze is a better 10. Why not go and get a better left winger? Which I do hear, but even though Eze is better in the 10, as a left winger, he's more than capable. It's not like and I think he'll do very well at Arsenal. I don't want him to go Arsenal. Let Spurs get him because I know Spurs are interested in him. So I understood what Munch was saying, but Eze fits over there. Definitely. I hear you, nephew, who says I hear both sides too, but I think Eze, Munch was mentioning his inconsistencies, which is a valid point. But I think around in a better team with better players who keep the ball more, he'll be more consistent. He's not going to be playing in transition and on the counter attack because there'll be times Palace don't have the ball because respectfully, they're a mid-table team. So there's going to be times that happens. Whereas at Arsenal, most games, 90% of games, maybe even more, 95% of games, Arsenal are going to be the dominant team on the ball. There's only the odd game, maybe a City, a Liverpool, maybe a Newcastle at times, maybe a Villa at times, but that's it. What I'm saying is it's few and far between. Do I think Eze is good enough to produce at Arsenal on the left wing on a consistent basis? Yes, I think he will. I think he does very well. I think he'll get goals, he'll get assists, he'll be a great foil for whoever the striker is, whoever the 10 is, whoever the left back is. Depends if he wants, whether it's Skelly out there, whether it's Calafiori out there, whether they overlap, whether it's invert. Eze is good enough to not only be out on the left, he can drift central and pick up the ball in that left side 10 or even more central in the central and link up with the striker, link up with Odegaard, link up with Havertz. I think Eze is quality. Yeah, so I stand corrected then, nephew, so not even Villa. But my overall point still stands. I think it's a good signing for them. I hear the inconsistency, but I think he'll be better. He'll be more consistent in a consistent team. But it is going to be interesting if they do the deal. I think 68 million is a good fee for him also. I think that's a good price for what he brings. Because I rate Eze highly. Like if United didn't go and get Cunha, if we went and got Eze, I'd go, all right, cool. He's always been on the list. Same way if we didn't get the Bremo deal's not been done, but it's not. And it was like, all right, go and get Eze, who we was also supposed to, who was also on our list. I go, yeah, cool. All right. So like that's what it is. But it is going to be interesting if they do sign him. Hopefully Spurs pinched him to it anyway. That's what I'm hoping for. What do you think Spurs should do with Son? Keep him as a squad player or try and cash in? How's Thomas Frank trying to play? How's he? What is your upsets? Is he trying to go? Is it the 4-3-3? Is he going with the back three or is he going with a back four? Because I look at it and I go, Eze with Kulusevski, with Solanke as a front three. If you're playing a back three, works, and then you've got Porro, Adogi. Spurs suit a back three. It's just the centre back areas you're lighting. That's the only place you're light. Because with Van der Ven as the left-sided centre back, that works down to a T. You've got, I always forget his name, is it Danzo, the centre back? I think he'll be fine in the back three. Romero, if you keep him also. You've got Dragerson. So I think you need more centre back cover because that's only 4 centre backs there. So you need one more. Or Porro as a wing back because we know defending is not his strong suit. You got Adogi who fits at wing back. Midfield, you probably want to strengthen, but you got Sai, you got Basuma, you got Benton Kerr. You got good options in there. And then, like I said, 10s, you've a 10 striker, you've got Kulusevski, potentially Eze, Maddison. I'm probably missing somebody as well. You just signed Tell. It'll be interesting to see what Frank does with him. Solanke as a striker too. So it will be interesting. You lot have to strengthen, but who doesn't? So would you keep? When I keep Son, I'd probably keep him. See what Thomas Frank can do with him. I'd keep him. To answer your question, I'd keep him as a squad player because I think it could work under Thomas Frank. Be just interesting to see how he wants to play. That's what it is. The names have changed, so big up to you, G. I think I know who this is because I recognize the user. I don't know why they've done it. Are you fully hammering him out? Yes, been hammering him out for a strong minute now alongside these players. Big up to Daz. It says, flawless and fearful of the season. What's actually changed since May? He's still going to pick Luke Shaw's and Mason Mount to this world. I understand why you're fearful. This is why the summer window is so important. This is why getting this Embremo deal done in the next week or so is important. And then July has to be 3 players. Has to be striker, central midfielder, goalkeeper. Need to sign 3 players in the month of July. Have to. It's not all we need, but if we were to get that, cool. I'm all about improving the spine of the team. I don't worry about the manager, and when I say that, it's because we just have to win games of talent. So sign talent, put it out there on the pitch, and we'll win games. I look at how I looked at the Ollie Reign. And also improving the spine of the team, which I've banged on about for the longest. That's what it is, spine of the team. Goalkeeper, centre-backs, central midfielder, 10s, strikers. This is why I'm saying sign a goalkeeper. Centre-backs have no issue with. Midfield, imperative we sign at least 1. In an ideal world, 2. 2 10s looks like it's sorted, and we got other great options there. You got Zirkzee who can play as a 10. Got Maino who can play as a 10. Got Ahmad who can play as a 10. And then the striker is something we need to improve. All we have there is Xerxes. And it's about moving players out. So the Luke Shaws and the Mason Mounts can't play. Will he still pick Luke Shaw and Mason Mount? Yeah, and that's eventually why he'll be sacked, is his poor decision making. But try and limit the bad players he can pick. Don't give him an option to pick Højlund or Garnacho or Rashford, etc. That's where I'm at with it. This is why when people are like, oh, why weren't you Amorim out sooner or just solely him out? Because I wanted him gone with the players. I didn't want the manager to go before the players, because then we'll get remontadas. Then a new manager will come in and go, I can work with this player, I can work with that player, I can work with this player. None of that. None of that. A manager's not going to join and do a big major clear out. When does a manager join and it's a rebuild? Like that summer. Don't happen. Someone can correct me to where it's happened, please let me know. But I don't remember that happening. This isn't you, but certain of United fans like King want Amorim gone, but they're player FC. I can't believe United fans back players over the manager. I guess you're talking about King wouldn't. I appreciate you saying this isn't you actually, RSV, because people do that a lot where they'll say something and I'll be like, are you talking about me? Did I say this? Or did someone else say this? King's not player FC. He wants these players gone. He's done said this. What makes you think King's player FC? I don't think King's player FC. He's done said he wants players gone. As well as the manager. Have you seen the Newcastle Journal's narrative start to change? Enlighten me. Ryan, what have I missed? Enlighten me. Being Amorim out, are you at the same point where you wanted Ten Hag gone? Ten Hag sacking was 100% justifiable because the team got progressively worse after having spent 600 million on players. Literally, this is it. Like, he's had his probation period. Like you do in most jobs. Most jobs, when you get a new job, you'll have a probation period over a number of months. He's failed horribly in his probation period. If you fail in your probation period, you're not going to get the job. So why should he keep his? We got from January to May, we got 15 points in the Premier League. That means we average 3 points per month. So we averaged 1 win per month. So if you do that over the whole season, that is relegation form, people. The season's what? Is it 10 months? August to May? How long is that? August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. Yes, 10 months. So that means if we was here for the whole season, we would have averaged 1 win per month. So we would have got 10 wins over the season, which is, guess what, people? Only 30 points. So if we would have got 30 points, add in a couple draws, let me actually have a look at the Premier League. Let me actually have a look at the table. So Leicester went down with 25 points. So only because the relegation sides were so bad would we have stayed up. But we would have finished below Spurs and finished 17th because Spurs got 38 points. Give or take the odd draw. That's why he needs to go. That's why. Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. I'll get to this afterwards as well. Actually, top 5 favorite rappers, what, of all time on right now? You say I'm not a big music listener like that. But 50, Eminem, Ludacris, Uncle Murder. Who's my 5th? Who's my 5th? This is a favorite. Who is my 5th? Lloyd Banks. Listen to a lot of G Unit, as I always do, and Lloyd Banks was, Lloyd Banks. I would like Lucas, is it Cheliver? I can't pronounce his name at United for 35 million instead of Emi Martinez. Thoughts? Don't know him, so I can't comment. I'm not sure. I don't know him. Big up to United, Mace. Says, big up my brother Flawless. Do you think we're doing our due diligence on transfers, which is why we are testing the waters? Like Benny saying, taking our time and testing the waters. I think we are. That's why I'm not really concerned about incomings. My critique hasn't been of incomings. My critique is the lack of urgency with outgoings, and also the conversations around like, oh, should we keep Onana? What is there to debate? He's been here 2 seasons and has been horrendous for 2 seasons. Why are we dilly-dallying and weighing up whether to go get a new goalkeeper? Whether it's Emi Martinez, whether it's Milinkovic-Savic from Torino, or whether go and get a new number 1. all of this, or maybe competition and all this rubbish. Get him gone, bring in a new goalkeeper. It's one of the few good things he did at RSV was he was better in the Big Six games. That's it. Mount Rushmore of NY rappers. Definitely 50. He's my favorite rapper. Banks. I'm putting on there. Trying to think. Two more. New York rappers. Jadakiss. Yeah, Jadakiss. That's 3. Who else you got? I got 50. Banks. Jadakiss. Who else? I feel like I'm forgetting someone. I ain't going J or Nas or anything. They ain't really like. You know what? Probably Busta Rhymes. Flawless, good afternoon. What's your all-time top 5 US rappers and UK rappers? Top 5 US rappers I just named. Them, Eminem, 50. This ain't in order. Banks. What did I say? 50, Banks, Eminem, Ludacris, Jadakiss. No, sorry. Uncle Murder. I'm not forgetting Uncle Murder, man. Oh, yeah, shit. Uncle Murder from NY. That's my 4th. There we go. So back to Mount Rushmore of NY rappers. There we go. Yes, there we go. 50, Banks, Uncle Murder. And who was the 4th one that I just said? You lot bamboozling me with the questions and that. Oh, bamboozling me. So yeah, that's the Mount Rushmore. I couldn't forget Uncle Murder. You know, one of my favorite rappers. So NY, yeah. So NY 50, Banks, Uncle Murder, Busta Rhymes. No, Jadakiss, sorry. That's the 4. And you asked me about top 5 UK rappers. Ain't really a UK rappers guy. I'm more a grime head. So in terms of grime, trim, this is tough because I'm a black. Grime's my favorite genre. Trim, Wiley. This ain't in order, by the way. Scorcher. This is all time. Dizzy. Gets. It's all time 5. That's tough. It's all time. Cam 50, Biggie, Jada for me. Obvious Nas a GOAT. Yeah. Like I said, it's just more style preference. I'm just trying to hit street shit. As talented as Nas is, as talented as Jay-Z is, for example. Oh, yeah, bro, it was a concern when Amarin was popping up Mason Mount saying we need more of him in the squad, but sounding negative about Kobe because Mount's the type of player that Amarin likes. So that's what it is, and that will be his downfall. That'll be his downfall. 110%. That'll be his downfall. Who's Banks? Lloyd Banks. Who's in G-Unit. How about we swap Garnacho for Amadou Onana? We can cash in on their PSR situation thoughts. I think their PSR situation has been sorted out. My nephew was saying something about the women's team. Are they selling someone on the women's team or something? So it seems their PSR issues. You lot let me know in the chat about Villa and their PSR issues. But why wouldn't do this deal? Amadou Onana is a player I would like at the football club. Absolutely, yes. I was a fan of his. Well, still a fan of his. I was a fan of his when he was at Everton. I'm a fan. But do I think why would they? They would not do this deal. They would not do this deal in the slightest. My 5 US Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas, Jada, Styles P. Good 5. Very, very good 5. Let's see what else you lot are saying. Continue to run up the likes as well, man, because there's over 130 of you lot in the building. Only at 33 likes. Hey, that's pitiful, man. You lot, man. Let's get up to 60 likes. Like check 1212. Hey, mods, regulars, get everyone hitting the like button on the video. Get us up to 60 likes. What are we doing here, people? Get us up to 60 likes and continue to get your questions in as well. What did man say? I still think Amarim needs time. He said he said himself to the board he didn't want to take over mid-season. He knew how trash the squad was, but he did. So therefore, RSV, he took over. So therefore, that's the poor decision you made. You didn't have to join. You didn't have to join. You chose to join. You did not have to join. Nobody forced you. Nobody put a gun to your head. You chose to join. Because if it would have went well, we would not be hearing about how he didn't want to join. It was now or never the board, though. Say no. Say never. Because they're going to probably spin back round to you. Say never. You don't have to say yes. Stop making excuses for this man. Because if it went well, it would not have, there would be no conversation about it. There'd be zero conversation about it. What are we doing? We can't do this. Because it went wrong, now we want to talk about he didn't want to join. Or if it went well and Manchester United were flying and finished in the top 4, would we be talking about it? No, we don't. 09 Spurs says Lloyd Banks is crazy, not even top 3 in G Unit. G Unit, my favorite clique of all time. So you're never going to hear me say anything bad about any of the members. And when I say the members, I'm talking Banks, Buck, Game, Yale, 50. Like, that's G Unit. Forget Olivia, forget Spider Loke. I'm talking about the original run, Beg for Mercy, like the original run they had. Like all the albums, you know, Hunger for More, Thoughts of a Predicate Felon, Straight Out of Cashville, the documentary. But in regards to this, depends what you like. Because lyrically, he's 1 or 2. If you have Game above him, cool. I like bars. I'm a barhead. I like bars, even though other people. I also like street shit, and it's just I like just raw street shit. But I'm also a lyricist, so that's why I like Banks. Bear in mind, Banks when I was younger was not one of my favorite members of the group. But as I've listened to them now, as I got older, he is substance, man. Banks was barring out. So 09 Spurs, how could you not? So lyrically, you just not a fan of bars, which is cool. I bet Game's low on your list too. Yeah, Lloyd Banks super slept on. Super slept on. Go check the Funk Flex freestyle he did. You know what I'm saying? Like, Banks be barring. Banks be barring. But big up for the super chat to Spurs. Appreciate it. Big. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thoughts on the NBA draft? I have no idea about the NBA draft. I'm not even going to lie to you lot. I didn't watch it. Don't know what's going on. I don't. Flawless, did you listen to bands? What is your top 5? So we're talking groups. It varies. Are you talking hip-hop and grime? So grime I'll start with because everyone had a crew. So, of course, Roll Deep, Meridian Crew. For those that don't know, Roll Deep, that was, well, it changed, but that's like Wiley, Dizzy, Trim. Who else was in there at the time? Skepta and JME joined later. But yeah, you had like Scratchy, Flowdan, etc. So yeah, Roll Deep, Meridian Crew, which was Skepta's original crew. That was Skepta, JME, Big H, Prez T. The Movement, which was like Getz, Scorcher, Red 2, Devlin, etc. Who else? What other groups, crews that I like growing up? Nasty Crew, of course, the original Nasty Crew. Of course, with Jammer, DWE, Kano, Or, and then 5. This is another grime clique that I was a big fan of back then. I'm going to forget someone too. I got Roll Deep, I got Meridian, Nasty Crew, Movement, even Nasty after with Criminal and Lil Nas. And then, who's 5th? I'm trying to think of another grime clique that man liked. Heartless were cold. But Heartless a little bit before my time, before I started listening like properly. Because you got... I'm just literally looking at it right here to try and remember some. Because More Fire were cold. I did like More Fire. I'm trying to think. Who else? Oh yeah, OGs. There we go. I knew there was one I was forgetting. There we go. OGs with P Money, Blacks, Lil D. Yeah, OGs. And in regards to hip-hop groups, I don't really listen to hip-hop groups like that, you know. Outside of like G Unit, like hip-hop groups don't move me. I'm not gonna lie. They don't. Wu-Tang, like before my time, like wasn't. I do like the Locks, but I'm not like an avid list. I'm not like a heavy listener of the Locks. Same with Dipset. They just have moments. Yeah, but yeah, Slew Them are cold as well. Honorary mention to Slew Them. Honorary mention. Big up. What are you saying, Steve? Big up. G-Unit is after my time. I'm a West Coast guy, but will always appreciate good music. Facts. Hey, to Spurs who dropped the super chat, I want to know what's your order in Unit, because he said Banks is not even top 3. I want to know why. Bayern are about to sign a striker. Does that mean we can cash in on Harry Kane as a market opportunity? I don't want Kane at Manchester United. No, absolutely not. Cost too much. He's costing 100 million. Why would they sell him? Why would he leave? Yeah. I'm an older head fam, so that's why. I don't be listening to music like that. Flawless thoughts on Real Madrid and Xavi. In what sense? Elaborate. And like Steve said, we're buying a striker at Bayern Munich for backup. Yeah. They wouldn't sell him. Why would he leave? Why? Even 50 said if he worked harder, he'd be as big as him or bigger. Are you talking about Banks? I think he did say that about Banks. Banks had it. I say lyrically, like, Banks was ridiculous. We have no reason or initiative to sell Kane. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And you lot run up these likes, man. We're only at 39, man. 60. I said 60 likes. That's all man's asking for. There's over 100 of you lot in the building. 60 likes. Continue to get these questions in. It's only going to be a short sports Q&A. Later on, I might do a United Arsenal show. I reached out to the Arsenal lot to see if they're about. If not, probably be some clubs on the playback as well. And I will catch up with the audio as well. I got some work. I've been slacking on the audio, but that's because I've been out and about doing bits and pieces. In the off season, that's what that is. But you don't know, content will still run regardless. Of course, Club World Cups as well. What matchups are you looking forward to in around the 16 Club World Cup? Let's see. Let's go. All right. Benfica, Chelsea, PSG, and Real Madrid, Juve. Probably those three. They're the 3 standout ones for me. Benfica, Chelsea, PSG, and Milan. No, Inter Miami, sorry. PSG, Inter Miami, and Real Madrid, Juventus. They're probably the 3. The City are probably going to batter out Allow. Tired of these, like, yo. They on smoke. I said still messing around. Flawless, what do you think of this Real team under Xavi at the Club World Cup? I'd missed their last game, but from the first 2 games, they weren't too good in their first game. They didn't play well. Their second game, they were a bit better. But I think Xabi Alonso will figure it out. I think he's a very, very good coach. He's a smart coach. And he has enough talent there to figure it out. That's all you got to do. Real Madrid got the talent. It's just a question of figuring out how to get the best out of him from a profile perspective. Because somebody is going to miss out. Not even somebody, somebodies. Let me pluralize that. Not player, players. With a big capital S on the end of that are going to miss out. Like, if he's gonna go with the back 3? Is he gonna play the back 4? Like, that's gonna be a big conversation for him going forward. What does he go with? They've been playing well. The last game I'm looking at, they've got it here on Google as a back 3, where he had Holson, Tchouaméni, Rudiger as the 3 centre backs, and Trent and Garcia were the wing backs. And then I'm looking here, Gula, Valverde, Bellingham. That's probably best is the back 3. Because you can get Vinicius Jr. and Mbappe like to drift around. They can play as like split strikers. Gula's got to play for them though. He's key. Because they need a creative spark. Because out of all their midfielders and attackers, they're all shoot thirst. Like Vinicius Jr., Mbappe, Bellingham, Valverde. Like, only really Rodrigo and Gula are the 2 more creative sparks. And I think Gula's a better creator than a Rodrigo. Like, he going to receive the ball on the half turn behind the opposition's midfield in front of their defense and play a through ball. Gula got to play from a profile perspective. You've got Trent Hill add to that as well from a creative aspect. But it's a great problem to have. I'd love to be able to be like, all right, the problem is I got to figure out how to get Vinny, Mbappe, Bellingham, Gula, Valverde, Tchouaméni, Camavinga, all in, and Rodrigo. Look, I just named 8. That's named 8 players. All right, how do I get these 8 players all in? You got Brahim Diaz as well, even be off the bench. But that 8 I just mentioned, how do I get this 8 into 4 places on the pitch or 5 places on the pitch, depending on what system I'm playing? Got to figure it out. Spurs says top 3. What bars? What's that? Oh, man said this guy is crazy. And to one, delete one forever. None of them 50 game or book. That's deleting the legacy of G Unit. Never. Not deleting any of them whatsoever. Ever. And for chocolate Arrow, the chocolate one, 12. Dairy Milk Oreo. Flawless yesterday. Gula played at midfield. He's good. Yeah. He has to play. They gotta figure out a way. Well, not they. Javi Alonso has to figure out a way to get him into the side, I think, because he's the only profile they don't have. You got Vinny and Mbappe who can do similar things. Bellingham, Valverde can do similar things. If you want someone box crashing, scoring goals, etc. Rodrigo's a little different, but still you got Vinny and Mbappe who can play out wide. Whereas Gula, they have nobody like him. There's no one like him. Camavinga I rate highly, very, very highly. But that's obviously further playing in the pivot. So they got to figure that out. Same with Tchouaméni. Is Tchouaméni going to be a centre-back now? Rather than go and sign a centre-back, are they going to have Tchouaméni as a centre-back alongside Hulsen and Rudiger? Is that what they do going forward? Again, good options to have. Big up for the super chat as well. 09 Spurs, appreciate it. There's going to be an upset in one of these round of 16 ties. Which ones do you think could happen? So having a look here. Let me have a look. 1 second. So having a look. Big up Kevin as well. When did YouTube change to the app? This is throwing me off, man. I don't know why they changed it to the app with the usernames. Or is it something I've done? Have I selected a different setting? Upset. You know what? Benfica, Chelsea. Because Benfica played well. The game I watched them in when they played... Who did they play? When they played Bayern Munich, that game, they played well. Even though Bayern, when they brought on their better players in the second half, they still defended very, very well and limited Bayern Munich. Even though Bayern should have scored, should have definitely have taken advantage of the situations they have. I go Benfica. I don't think anyone expected them to win that group, to be honest. Yeah, they drew against 2-2 against Boca Juniors. I didn't watch that. And plus, fuck Chelsea. So, yeah, that's what I'd say. Again, yeah, big up to Kevin. Every single time. Shout out to Kevin. It's the same thing. All right, that means it's on YouTube's end then. Yeah, YouTube have just switched it up. That's all. They've done it. YouTube switched it up. And where we at? Yo, 20 more likes, man. Girls up to get 20 more likes. I'm only staying on for like another 15 minutes or so, people. That's all I'm staying on for. Like another 15. See what else you lot are saying. Hey, big up Jez. Is that Jez? Yeah, I think it is Jez. Yeah. Big up Jez. Every single time. You already know. Shout out to you, Jez. Every single time. Let's see. Yeah, Jez. It stinks. I don't know what they on. I don't know what they doing with it. Makes no type of sense. Let's see. What else you lot are saying in the chat? What's going on, man? Chat is quiet. You lot have so much to say. And Ryan said this and then left. What's going on with this Isak thing? He says, I know it won't happen, but if you somehow manage to sign Isak, is that league virtually guaranteed next season? I think it would be. It would definitely swings it in your favor if you do sign Isak. And he also said something about the Newcastle journalists changing their tune. What did I miss? You're going to have to let me know. What did I indeed miss? I don't know. Am I combing zero? I need to comb this beard, but here we are. What's he saying? We honestly getting to a true whole era on my birthday too. Wait, is it your birthday today, Jess? When's your birthday? And as far as YouTube changed the name to handle, I don't know why they did that. They should have just left it as it was. It has thrown me off. I'm not gonna lie. But run up the likes, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell on the Club World Cup as well. Watch-alongs that will be going down. Well, actually, I should clarify that because Steve will probably do some other watch-alongs. But the watch-alongs will be on the playback, people. They will not be here on the YouTube. So if you come to the YouTube looking for Club World Cup watch-alongs, they will not be here. But anytime we go live on the playback, I'll always post it on the YouTube community page. So over on the playback, www.playback.tv/sarcasmcitytv. That's www.playback.tv/sarcasmcitytv, or just download the app for your app store. Same way you watch and comment on YouTube, same way you got the YouTube app on your phone or your device, wherever you're on. Playback people, create an account for free, sign up for free, type in Sarcasm City TV, hit the follow button and enjoy the content. But watch alongs Benfica Chelsea, I do 9 p.m. tomorrow. PSG in Miami, that's 5 p.m. All these are UK time Sunday. Flamengo Bayern as well, 9 p.m. on the Sunday. Late Monday night, early hours Tuesday morning. It's already the 1st of July, crazy. Manchester City, Al Hilal. And then Tuesday the 1st, I'll do Real Madrid, Juventus. I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm sure Steve might do Palmeiras, Botafogo. He might do the Inter Fluminense. He might do Dortmund, Monterrey. Those games I won't be around for, but the ones I just mentioned I will be. And oh shit, happy birthday, bro, man. Love that. Hey, you lot, make sure you wish my bro Jez happy birthdays in the chat. Want to see happy birthdays for Jez in the chat. Hope you're blessed. Enjoying the day, fam. Big up every single time, man. Happy birthday. For real. Happy birthday, Jez. Who looks like a sale, but not for us? Not to us. Sale for who? What did I miss? Sale for who? Yes, but yeah, this window is slowed down and it's kind of been quiet still. But yeah, sell for who? What's going on? I missed that. But do I think Isak joins Liverpool? No, I don't think it happens. Man said I'm becoming an unk. You're like 20-something. Shut up, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like 22. Flawless. Any playback streams later today? No playback streams later today. But those games, the Club World Cup games I mentioned, will be on there. Probably won't be around later on tonight. So probably no playback streams. If there is, probably clubs if the man them are about. If not, I'm trying to run some. I need to actually pattern it. Well, it's coming to July. Run some Mario Kart. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, just talking about being an uncle. Man's 20-something. The whole Egypt. Man's on foolishness. So man's on absolute pure choppiness. It is. And let me know in the chat what content you lot want to see over July. Let me know. Because July is the time I can trial something. So what would you lot like content-wise? Of course, you'll get all the usual content, Q&As, solo, Q&As, the United show, Mandem United show, all the crossovers, United City, United Chelsea, United Spurs, United Arsenal. Of course, Yardman show, Bayesian show. Get all of them shows, people. You'll get all of them shows. But I'm talking about outside of that. Outside of that. Man said 24. Shut up, man. I'm saying, man ain't even in my decade talking about 24. Shut up. All right, this guy. Oh, Egypt. No. 25 is not pushing a hunk. No. If you got a 2 in front of your name, in front of your age, sorry, you're not hunk. I'd be 27, 28 calling yourself hunk. Are you crazy? What? Even at 30, you gotta be older than that. That is all right, cool. I'm saying once you've been, especially like in the space we're at as football fans, like once you've been watching football longer than people you're talking to have been alive, or people don't remember certain players who you grew up watching, or here's one that will mess you up. When players you watch start becoming managers, that's when you know. When players you watched, like, and not from, obviously some from young, but players you vividly remember watching, or being signed at a club, or playing for your team, or playing against your team, or being highly rated, or having discussions about it, that's when you know. Like, I remember Xabi Alonso at Liverpool. I remember Xabi Alonso at Real Madrid. Now he's managing Real Madrid. He's managed Leverkusen. That's when it is. It's like, oh, shit. Like, I remember vividly him in the title race, him and Mascherano with Gerrard in front in the midfield for Liverpool. Yeah, that midfield was cold. And us battling them for a title. And now he's managing Real Madrid. Remember using him on FIFA. I think it was like FIFA. Was it FIFA 12 he was there? I think it was FIFA like 12, 13 when he was there. Yes, definitely still a YN, 100%. I said 24, you know. Shut up, man. I said 24. What an Egypt. What an absolute. Right, final few questions before we close out, and my redirect. I think Rance is live, so I'm going to redirect to him. Man, on some Egypt thing, you know. Talking about any pro club sessions on the way? Maybe today. I don't know. If not today, definitely over the weekend. I just don't know when, because playoffs is next Thursday, and we gotta make it to the elite division. We gotta get 6 wins to get to the elite division, and then playoff starts like the 3rd of July, I think it is. Yeah, playoffs is the 3rd of July. Yes. And then what I'll start doing with the pro clubs as well, people, with the playback. With that, when it's playoffs, you'll get the stream like you always get on a Thursday, but then you'll also get you'll get like 2-3 games like per day. It's just when the man them are around, because we gotta get to them 20 games. FIFA really messed up with this shit, man. Should have just left it alone. Oh yes, I'm fully remember that you lot didn't win the league. Fully aware. And big up AJB as well, man. Big up to you in the chat. And everyone change their apps to what your app was, because it is throwing me off, I beg. So I don't get confused. Change your app, people, to whatever it was prior to them, to YouTube turning this around. Being the captain isn't easy, I'm sure. Always have to instill discipline. Yeah, it's not easy, but the players that I'm there with is fairly easy because they're just quality players. That's what it is. Like, it's nowhere near. It's only really a problem if you got bad players on clubs. Managing and being a captain of the Sarcasm City Pro Clubs team is fairly easy. You know why? Because these men are just of a certain quality. They're of a certain quality. They know what to do, and there ain't really no like bad apples. Like, no one's just like, oh fuck, no one's a problem. Otherwise, they won't play. And like I say, that's why we win more games than we lose. This is why we've been top 80 in the world, top 100. Then we're top 150 because we was fucking up, not even messing around. We was experimenting and had people all out of position, so we lost a couple games. But yeah, but I enjoy it though. I do enjoy it. Even playing yesterday, it's like breeze through that. And those players missing. We only lost 1 game. Then we were 9-1-1, going from Division 3 to like pretty much the top of Division 1. I enjoy the responsibilities personally, but most of my friends like to troll rather than lock in. I hear you, Kevin, and I do enjoy it. It can be challenging, but I do enjoy it. But in regards to saying most of your friends like to troll rather than lock in, that's when you just gotta be like, all right, lock in. I'll say that. You don't hear me say that on stream before. Like, if we're not focused and not locked in, I'll be like, all right, lock in. But for the most part, them not managing themselves. There's times, here's the thing is, and my nephew in the chat, there'll be times when we're playing and I've lagged out because you know what these servers are like. And then them man are playing, and then them man will say the stuff I will say, and they manage themselves. I don't really need too much. I don't really need to do too much in that sense. Flawless with Bremo done. Where is the next most important player to bring in? Striker. Striker is imperative. Just get the attack now completed and finished, and then move on from there. But that doesn't mean you stop working on other deals. Midfielder is just as important. A goalkeeper is just as important overall. But since you've started with the attack, finish it. Got Cunha, got Mbeumo, go get the striker. But still work on getting the midfielder, still work on getting the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper seems to be high on the list. Striker seems to be high on the list. Midfield is quiet, and I don't like that. It's really, really, really quiet. Really quiet. Flawless's job is to keep the morale up, man management. They coach themselves. This is it, because we've been playing clubs for so long, like whether it's 2, 3, 4 or more FIFAs, everyone knows their role and knows what to do. I'm just there to make sure we just stay on course in case we do lose focus. But things they do, one of the goals H and YG scored yesterday, I'm actually going to post it up on my story. Ridiculous, some of the shit they do. Flawless, did the Garnacho Villa shirt moment lower his value? No, not really. I don't think it lowered his value. I don't think anyone seen that and was like, all right, we're going to offer 10 million less. All we need to do is just sell him. 30 million, 40 million, phenomenal business. I don't know why we want 60 to 70 million for Garnacho. He's the worst left winger in the league. He's one of the worst attackers. Eye test fails miserably. The stat test fails miserably. What is the positives? What is the positives? Just move him on. So do I think he values it? No, he's just, yeah, get him gone. Gyökeres linked to Arsenal fades by the day. He'll end up at United or Liverpool from the looks of it. I don't think United get him. I don't think we sign him. Maybe Liverpool, but I don't think we get him. Plus, I don't want Gyökeres because he said he prefers Arsenal. So if you prefer Arsenal, go Arsenal. Cool. And that's not even me being bitter. I'm not even mad about it. I don't understand why he would prefer to go Arsenal. Cool. So go there. Keep it stepping. That's where I'm at with it. It's a lot of money for Garnacho. It's a lot of money we're asking for, yes. But for whatever reason, teams are willing to pay it. Teams are willing to pay it. Let's get his ass gone, man. He's dreadful. Fucking dreadful. Woeful. All right, Pete. Oh, yeah, look out for me on Redman TV today as well at 7 p.m. I'll be over there, people. Also, right. Let me redirect. It's going to send you lot over. I think. Let me see who's live. Is. But yeah, I hope you lot enjoyed the Q&A, the solo. You lot already know. These man live. Oh, is this thing moving slow? Yeah, you know what? I'll send you lot over to Beijing Reds TV. Just put Sarcasm City TV raid in Beijing Reds TV chat. Honestly, if I was a Manchester United fan, I would offer Brentford a Garnacho for Visa. Trade, thoughts, flawless. Yeah, it works. If we were to go get Visa, I have no issue whatsoever. Zero. Makes sense. Prefer an actual out-and-out striker, but if we were to go get Visa, you would hear no complaints from me. 5 front 3 is Cunha and Bremo Visa. Cool. No issues with that whatsoever. That works. No problem. The following rules will be introduced next Premier League season: halftime interviews with players, managers, interviews with players who get subbed off, dressing room broadcast. Hey, that's going to be good for us. I'm not going to lie. That's going to be good for us because they're going to catch the wrong player getting subbed off at the right time. And when I say the right time for us as the audience, the wrong time for him and probably the wrong time for the club. Imagine you've had a stinker. You've had a stinker, or you don't believe you get subbed off and you're heated, or you're in a kerfuffle with someone, or you feel like you've been wrongly sent off. Oh, that's going to be good. They're going to have to get the beep, beep, because man, them are going to be cursing. They're trying to catch people in the heat at the moment. I see what they're doing. With that. I do. Yeah, Kyle's on the Beijing panel. Yeah, I see it. All right, people, we're going to close out again. Make sure you follow my new Twitter at Yes It's Flawless, people. Follow my new Twitter at Yes It's Flawless. Now, Flawless, this is it is American-esque, yes, but Sai, don't act like you ain't going to be entertained by it. Now we acting like we won't be entertained by it. We are going to be. First day of the season. And Rodri. Nah, forget Rodri because he's not a fan. I'm trying to think of a character. Let's say Haaland gets wrongly sent off, or he gets subbed off and he's not happy. You know what Haaland's like with the stay humble with Arteta, or even Arsenal. You know what they're like. Someone gets sent off wrongly, bad red card. You know what Arsenal are like. All right, tell me we won't be entertained by that. Or someone's mad they got subbed off. Yeah, man, I'm all for it. They add in for the entertainment. I'm with it. Cunha or someone. Obviously, I don't like it because it's my team. But overall, are people going to be entertained if it's not your team? Yes, you are. Yes. The Premier League viewing figures were down and some rules needed modernizing. It's going to help pundits to have a lot more to talk about. Can see why people would be against it, though. I see why people are against it because, like, you said, oh, it's Americanizing the sport. It's doing too much. Hey, it gives us more to talk about. Especially from a fan perspective and from a content creator perspective. Oh, it gives me so much, but it's going to be more talking points. Or such and such, hey, told the ref to F off, or doesn't believe he should have been sent off, or believes he shouldn't have been subbed off. All right. Yeah, man, look how many memes we get from the NBA. Don't act like we trust. I need to be on that. No. Yo, one sec, you look. Apologies, people. Someone's banging down my door. It's coming to rob the place. It's my niece. Don't worry about it. All right, people. We're going to close out. Love to everyone that's locked in. Big up to everyone that's tapped in. Yeah, man, look how many memes we get before I go to this from the NBA. Why would you shoot that shot? All this type of stuff. I'm with it. Like I said, we're going to find out who we got some characters. But again, we're going to close out. Big up. Love to everyone supporting Sarcasm City TV. Much, much, much appreciated. Sarcasm City TV raid, please. Invasion Reds chat. Sarcasm City TV raid. It's been a summer transfer window sports Q&A solo edition live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in.